Good morning, students of Standard 12. Today we are going to study topic hemophilia and sickle cell anemia from chapter 5, Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Hemophilia. It is a genetic disorder in which blood does not clot. So students, actually hemophilia is a genetical disorder in which the clotting of the blood is affected. As a result, the blood is not able to clot at a particular period of time. Since this concept can be well understood with the help of this picture. Since here you can notice the normal blood vessel has the flow of blood. Whenever the bleeding takes place, then the blood oozes out of the blood vessels. So students, these are the normal conditions of a person. But students, if we consider this particular part of the slide, we can see this is the hemophilia condition, in which the fibrin clot is not able to take place. As a result, blood keeps on coming out of the person and the blood does not stop and the person bleeds to death. It occurs due to mutation in blood clotting protein, due to which it becomes deactivated and blood does not clot. So students, in this picture also we can notice that during an injury, clotting takes place, students, and the blood further is not able to come out of the blood vessel, which is a normal condition in the healthy person. But in the hemophilic person, you can easily notice, students, that there is an inability of the blood vessel to clot. As a result, the blood keeps on coming out of the blood vessel. So this whole process is due to the mutation which takes place, and as a result, the specific protein which is required for the blood clotting is not able to be synthesized here at this place, and as a result, the blood clotting is deactivated. Students, the person in which blood is able to clot, generally his phenotype is either heterozygous or simply without any gene for the hemophilia. So students, the genotype for the healthy person is HB A, which shows normal blood clotting feature of the person. So students, this kind of genotype generally refers to the healthy person. But students, in the hemophilic person, either the person should be homozygous for the hemophilia, and if she is the female, then she can be heterozygous, and further she can be a carrier. So students, if she is a carrier for hemophilia, so the genotype which she will have will be HB H. Students, where H represents the gene for hemophilia, and one more, if HB H there remains present. So students, 2H gene confirms that the person will be hemophilic, but if she is a woman and she is a carrier, that means she will not have the hemophilia, but she will transmit it to her son. Then her genotype will be HB H and HB A. So students, here you can notice that only one gene for the hemophilia is present, whereas the other gene for the hemophilia is not present. So students, this is the heterozygous condition for the woman who is the carrier, and generally will not suffer from the hemophilia. Sickle cell anemia. It is a genetic disorder in which glutamic acid is substituted by valine acid. Students, in sickle cell anemia, a specific amino acid, that is glutamic acid, which remains present on the 6th position of the polypeptide synthesis, further gets substituted by the valine. So it's this substitution of the glutamic acid with the valine leads to the specific change in the shape of the RBC. So it's this change in the RBC which has taken place due to the replacement of the glutamic acid with the valine makes the shape of the RBC like a sickle. So students, normally the RBC remains oval, but in the sickle cell anemia the RBC becomes sickle shaped. Now students, the sickle cell shape of the anemia is not able to carry the specific amount of oxygen and even sticks to each other and forms clot. here and there in the body and even in the blood vessels. So it's generally sickle cell anemia is caused in the homozygous condition, that is, the person with the genotype HbS only will be able to represent the sickle cell anemia. Friends, here the HbS and HbS, this HbS, where S represents the sickle cell anemia gene. So students, this is the genotype of the person who is suffering from sickle cell anemia. But students, in the heterozygous condition, when the person is having HbA and HbS, so students, here you can clearly notice that only one gene of the sickle cell anemia is present, rather the other gene for the sickle cell anemia is absent. So students, such kind of person who are having only one gene of the sickle cell anemia will be the carrier. Of the sickle cell anemia. The polymerization of sickle hemoglobin further makes the shape of the red blood cell as sickle shaped. So students, the polymerization of the sickle's hemoglobin further is responsible for the red blood cell to become sickle shaped. The sickle shaped red blood cell get collected at certain places in blood vessel and blood flow is inhibited. Students, this point is very important as it explains the implications of the sickle shape of the RBC. So students, here you can notice that the sickle shaped RBC gets collected at certain places in the blood vessel. So students, this picture can help in understanding the concept, as it is quite clear that inside the blood vessel, students, this is the blood vessel, so student, in this blood vessel you can notice easily the RBC which has become sickle shaped, and as a result they are forming the agglutination inside the blood vessel, and because of the agglutination, that is the sticking of the RBC, the transport of oxygen is inhibited along with the blood flow. So students, this is why sickle cell anemia becomes harmful for the person, as it blocks the movement of the RBC inside the blood vessels. Friends, now let's discuss an important question. What is X chromosome linked inherited disease? Answer: hemophilia is a X chromosome linked inherited disease. Thank you, students.